Good morning. This is Shushankar Tale from Government Engineering College Bikaner, Mechanical Department. In the last lecture, we have seen that the modification of VCR cycle, that is simple VCR cycle, for the increasing of the COP of refrigeration system and to ensure the proper function of the refrigeration system. Now in this lecture we will discuss about the compound compression with the intercooling, or the multiple compressor are used in the VCR cycle or the refrigeration system. Okay, now we know that in the refrigeration system the maximum energy consumption takes place during the compression process, or the maximum work energy is required for the compression process. Okay, this process, if you see this pH diagram, or if you see the TS diagram, here I am drawing the TS diagram. Okay, you know that this TS diagram like that. This 2 to 3 process, if you see the 2 to 3, that is the compression process. In 2 to 3 process the temperature is increasing. It means in this compression process, if the temperature is increasing, means the enthalpy is increasing. Means the difference between the enthalpies of between 0.2 to 3 is more, and the enthalpy is increasing. Okay, if you see from this pH chart also, the difference between the enthalpies 2 to 3 is more because of the temperature is increasing. As the difference between enthalpies is more, means the work, whatever the work required for in the compression process is more. So reduce that consumption of work energy in the compression process, we use the compound compression with some intercooling. Here in this, see this PV diagram, we consider a reciprocating compressor. In actual process 1 2 3 4, but here the 2 to 3 is the compression process. Instead of going at a single compression 2 to 3, here we first compress the 2 to 5 only, and we can trap this process at intermediate pressure. Okay, at 0.5. Okay, at what pressure we are trapping that process, that we'll see later on. But first you have to trap the process at 0.4, at 0.5 pressure, and then at 0.5 you have to cool the refrigerant at up to the initial temperature, that is the T6 equal to T2, whatever the initial temperature when you are entering into the compressor, you have to cool that. That's why here intermediate cooling or intercooling, you can say that. And then again we can compress from 6 to 7, that is up to the final. If you see this PV diagram that I have shown here, the shaded area, that much amount of work energy is reduced, because we know that the area under PV diagram is the work done. If it's actual work compression done 2 to 3 process, whatever the area under this whole rectangular, that is rectangular 1 2 3 4, is the work energy required for the compressor run, that is initial stage. But after the compound compression, that shaded amount of area is reduced, means that much amount of work is reduced. Or we know that the COP of the refrigeration system or the VCR cycle is equal to the refrigerating effect upon the work required for the compressor. If the work required for the compressor is reduced, it means the COP is increased. Okay, from this formula, that is RE upon the work done by the compressor. Okay, means the enthalpy difference H3 minus H2 is reduced because of this intermediate or the compound compression, that is intermediate cooling. Now at what pressure you have to trap the process, that is P5. How to calculate the P5, or where the connection of the two compressors, is done. That will see at what pressure intercooling, that is the value of pressure P5. How to find out at which pressure the intercooling is done. Now first we'll see the process 2 to 5. During this process, what amount of work is required, that we calculate with the help of the thermodynamic equations. Okay, on the PV diagram we will know that the thermodynamic equation, that is n upon index, n is the index of this process, n upon n minus 1 equal to P5 V5 minus P2 V2. If you take the common P2 V2, that is W25 equal to n upon n minus 1. P2 V2 is common, that is, it means from this ideal gas equation P5 upon P2 raised to n minus 1 upon n minus 1. Okay, now then next we can calculate the similar way the work done required for the process 6 to 7. Okay, that is work done during the process 6 to 7, that is n upon n minus 1 P6 V6 in bracket P7 upon P6 raised to n minus 1 upon n minus 1. Now the total work done means the process from 2 to 7. It is the addition of these two work dones. W dash, that is total work done, W dash equal to work done during the process 2 to 5 and then the work done during the process 6 to 7. That is n my, you can add these equations. Now here next step, here I am considering that, or I am taking a one constant n minus 1 upon n minus 1 upon n is equal to a. Here I have written wrongly, that is the constant term is I am taking the n minus 1 upon n minus 1 upon n equal to a. Here I am written wrongly, that is n minus 1 upon n. Here I am considering a constant just for simplification. That is means n upon n minus 1 is nothing but the 1 upon a. We know that P7 equal to P3 because the process, condensation process, that is 3 to 4 is the at the isobaric process, means the pressure P7 equal to P3 and the P6 equal to P5 because at constant pressure the intercooling process is done. Okay, that is 1 upon a. You can take a common, that is P2 V2 equal to P6 V6 because at point 6 what temperature is the initial temperature, I have told that. That's why you can take from the ideal gas equation P2 V2 equal to P6 V6 because of that constant temperature or the same temperature. That is 1 by a P2 V2, you can take common because instead of P6 V6 I have written the P2 V2 and I have taken the P2 V2 common in bracket P5 by P2 raised to a, and then instead of this P7 I have written here P3 upon, instead of P6 I have written here P5, that is P3 by P5 raised to a minus 2. Here we have to calculate the optimum value of P5, means at what pressure we have to trap the process, that is intermediate process, or where the two compressors are connected. To find the optimum value of P6, you can take the maximum minimum concept, that is you have to take the derivative of W dash with respect to P5 equal to 0. Okay, now take the derivative 1 by a P2 V2 is constant, that is if you take this derivative a into P5 raised to a minus 1 into P2 raised to minus a P5 raised to minus a minus 1 P3 raised to a minus 2 in derivative is 0 equal to 0. Okay, this 1 by a and P2 it is constant, get cancelled here. If these terms comes here in this side, get cancelled, 0. That is a P5 raised to a minus 1 P2 raised to minus a P5 raised to minus a minus 1 P3 raised to a get cancelled, Okay, now take this term in the right side, that is p5 raised to a minus 1 into p2 raised to minus a equal to p5 raised to minus a minus 1 into p3 raised to a. If you take the p5 on the same side or the p2 and p3 on the another side, okay, here you will get the equation p5 raised to a minus 1. If these terms comes here, and you can take about that is plus a plus 1, okay, and equal to p3 raised to a and p2 raised to a. Okay, a minus 1 plus a plus 1, that is minus 1 plus 1 get cancelled, that is p5 raised to 2a equal to p3 into p2 raised to a. The power is a is same, you can cancel, that means p5 square equal to p3 p2, means p5 is equal to the square root of the p3 p2. That is intermediate pressure, that is exactly intermediate pressure is nothing but the square root of the evaporating pressure and the condenser pressure, because P3 is the condenser pressure and the P2 is the evaporator pressure. Okay, this is a perfect intercooling is there, because in or you can say that in actual refrigeration system this cannot be happen, because here we have considered the concept of the ideal gas equations, or we are using the ideal gas equation, because but in the refrigeration system the refrigerant are used, refrigerant are not a ideal gas. Okay, it may be similar to or near about this value, that is intermediate pressure P5 is nearly about this square root of the P3 and value of square root of the P3 and P2. Okay, how we can take near about, suppose the value P5 equal to square root P3 P2. If you get in actual, if you take the actual problem, the square root value of P3 P2 is suppose 3.7, you can take approximately 4 bar also, 3.7 bar you can take as a 4 bar, or if you get value 3.23, okay, you can take as a 3 bar for the simplification. That will verify, that much amount of variation in the value you can take as, because exactly you cannot take, because here for deriving of this equation we are using the concept of the ideal gas equation, but in actual practice there we are using the refrigerant, and refrigerants are not the ideal gas equations. Okay, that's why here we can say that the approximate value of P5 equal to the square root of the P3 P2. Okay, that is the intermediate pressure for the intercooling process or the connection of the two compressors. Now what is the exactly effect on the COP, or the how much amount of variation takes place in the COP, that will explain with the help of the by taking some actual numericals, that we'll see in the next lecture. Okay, thank you students, thank you.